All right, last one I'm going to show you is Midnight Rider with Vince Gill, Greg Allman, and Zach Brown. Now, the reason that I'm showing you this version is because, this is a jam band thing. And when you do this type of tune, you want to take a lead. For those that don't know, Vince Gill is a monster guitar player. And he has a phenomenal, not just chops and physical stuff like that, but a phenomenal ear for, especially for, if you've seen a lot of my videos, you've seen me preach this, for going back and forth between vocal sounding leads, right, where you're trying to hit the melody, and guitar sounding leads, where it sounds like, licks, like it sounds like guitar isms. If you do all melody stuff, it can kind of doesn't get that guitarness that we all love. And if you do all licks, you don't hear any of the melody, right? So finding that balance between is a true goal. Like, I really recommend you trying that. And Vince Gill nails it perfectly in this solo, especially because he comes in with the first part and it's major, right? He's nailing, he is doing the Greg Allman line, right? He's doing that. And then when the song turns into more minor, he naturally, very smoothly, it's almost hard to detect the moment where he switches, turns into this minor, D minor thing, abandons the melody, and does all this phenomenal D minor pentatonic-ish guitar work. And it's just a perfect example of what I try to get everybody to strive for when they're improvising, right? You can mix major and minor to get that bluesiness, and you can go back and forth between melodic bass stuff and guitar riffing lick bass stuff, and you can vary your tempos, your vibrato to make it sing or make it, again, sound more like guitar-ish. All right, so hopefully that came through and you can hear that. But, I mean, Vince Gill is a full-grown monster. I mean, he's an unbelievable guitar player. So, if you could tell, he started out that lead doing the melody. And then, kind of the second time through, he switched over to just doing, I'm a guitar player thing now. And it's just, you should spend some time and try to do this. I'll kind of talk you through it a little bit and show you what he's doing. Not note for note, but like close enough so you get the idea. So by the way, this is the entrance of this jam part. So he's coming in it's just D, right? Just straight over D. So again, this is D major, Right? It's the same as going right up to that F sharp. He's just bending to it. Just bending it up, and he's picking it a bunch of times. But he's hitting that F sharp. That's the point. Right? And then he's just making it sing. While he's keeping it up there, he bends a little more to get to the G, right? Right? just playing with it. All right, so now, same thing, higher registers. You're at this D, right? Right? That, getting that F sharp. Now he starts to switch over here a little bit, right? He does this kind of unison bend from C to D. So he's starting to push with that flat 7 a little bit, just giving it a taste. Now, right? So he's starting to switch over to minor a little bit, right? He's coming in he's kind of in that Albert King zone. Here's your root, your D. So D, F, and G. So you have root, flat 7, right, and 4. You know, classic minor pentatonic bend, right? Now you hear like the Hendrixisms come out, you know, so doing that, you know, that. All that stuff. He is riffing right now. He's switched over. He's riffing in D minor. Doing all that. All that D minor stuff. You know that all that nonsense. Yeah. Now he's kind of he kind of jumped up into like this minor or major blues just here. You know that bend here, he's bending on the A. So that's the 5th, right? But then he goes back down. Back into D minor. And then just kind of, you know, wanders back down. It's like, yeah, that's not note for note, and I didn't get it right exactly. But that's not the point. The point is that if you listen to this again, you have D major. It's melodic, right? It sounds like the voice. Even though, yes, he's bending and picking and all that, he's trying to get he's trying to establish that, right? And then, even though the back stays on D and doesn't really move around, he switches into D minor to grab that theme of the tune, which is the mix of major and minor, and also going from a vocal sound to a guitar sound. It's glorious. Listen to it again, and then we'll get the ending here. And I love how once he hits in, you see Zach Brown turn over, like look over at him, and he's like, damn, that's good. So he does this at the end of all his live minor ones, where he does that, you know. Right? And the band kind of mimics it too. He does it a couple times, and at the end, right? They do that B flat, kind of surge it up, and then it obviously resolves on the biggest, swampiest D minor of all. And that's the minor version of Midnight Rider. We're gonna miss you, Greg Allman. It's just you brought so much, and I thank you.